The exhaustion you feel around people isn't about how much you're giving. It's about how little you're reading. You know that quiet dread, that hollow relief when you finally leave a room full of faces you can't decode. Friedrich Nietzsche mapped this exact blindness over a century ago. And once you see his framework, you'll never unsee it in anyone again. You already sense there's a pattern here. The second section names it. The third explains why your attempts to break it made it stronger. By point 4, the one most people don't reach, you'll have the answer they skipped. You already know how to read people. You just stopped trusting it. That slight pause before someone answers a question they already know the answer to. That is not hesitation. It is a decision being made in real time, a micro-negotiation between what they want you to believe and what they actually feel. Nietzsche called this the mask behind every human interaction, the performance layered over the will that drives it, and most people never learn to see beneath it. Why do we miss these signals when they happen right in front of us? Because we were trained to listen to words while the body was already telling us the truth. The tightened jaw, the breath that catches half a second too late, the smile that reaches the mouth but stops at the eyes. The third section shows why you stay rooted in conversations your body already quit. And it isn't politeness. Because the real reason you reread that message has nothing to do with what you think. And missing this means you'll keep misreading everyone around you. You already know the feeling. You send a message and then immediately reread it, not to check for typos, but to decide how it will land. That tiny pause is not insecurity. It is your body running a silent calculation it learned long before your mind caught up. Dr. Antonio Damasio's somatic marker research at the University of Southern California found that decisions are not made by logic alone. The body produces emotional signals that flag past outcomes. People with damage to these circuits become paralyzed by choice, even when their reasoning is intact. So when you rehearse a sentence before speaking, you are not overthinking. Actually, you are reading your own history through your nervous system. Nietzsche saw this clearly. Every micro-behavior, every hesitation, every word chosen and then revised, broadcasts an underlying drive the person may never name aloud. You already know the feeling. You are sitting across from someone. The conversation has been over for 10 minutes and you are still there. Your body wanted to leave an hour ago, but something kept you planted in that chair, nodding, smiling, absorbing words you stopped hearing. You told yourself it was politeness. You told yourself it was kindness. But underneath that, there was something quieter, a pattern running so deep you could not see the edges of it. Researchers at MIT's McGovern Institute found that habitual behaviors get encoded in the basal ganglia as chunked sequences, which is why they feel automatic and why willpower alone rarely breaks them. You know that moment when someone sends you a 3-word text and you spend 20 minutes dissecting what they really meant. You cycle through every possible interpretation, and somehow you always land on the one that hurts the most. It is not about being dramatic. It is about what the brain learned to expect. Dr. Bessel van der Kolk's longitudinal research at Boston University, published in The Body Keeps the Score, found that traumatic experiences are stored not as memories with a clear narrative, but as sensations, images. Physical responses, which is why talking alone often does not resolve them. That is the mechanism underneath the pattern you have been sensing your whole life. Everyone thinks reading people means catching lies. It means catching the nervous system mid-discharge. Dr. Peter Levine's research on somatic stress responses, published in Waking the Tiger, revealed that the body stores incomplete reactions and keeps trying to finish them years later. That is why someone preparing a full apology before you have said a single word is not being dramatic. Their body recognized a pattern before their mind caught up. Now you can see it too, the jaw tightening before the sentence finishes. You came here because you're tired of missing what people actually mean beneath their words. The moment you see the drive behind someone's behavior, confusion becomes clarity, and reaction becomes strategy. Subscribe. Next, you'll learn why the people who seem the most certain are usually hiding the deepest doubt.